G'day beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Captain Vor. Now this is going to serve as a guide for newer players who are coming across him for the first time on Mercury at Tolstoy. It is also going to serve for people that are fighting him in the sortie when he is level 100. So to start off with, we'll go over what I recommend you do as a newer player. As a newer player, you are not obviously going to have access to all of the frames. So I'm assuming that you're either going to be having Excalibur, Mag, or Vault. So what I would recommend is, let's just say that you're playing as Excalibur. We'll have to get those ears off, because they look horrendous. So as a newer player, I recommend if you have him, taking Excalibur in. If you don't, it's not going to be that big of an issue if you have Mag or if you have Vault. You're just going to have to be a little bit more careful. But apart from that, as far as weapons go, you're going to have earlier game weapons. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in with something like the Bratton. So we'll just take a normal Bratton. We won't be taking the Wando. Do I have a Skarner? That is the question. I do not have a Skarner. I do, however, have a Prisma Skarner, which I do not have a Prisma Skarner. Okay, that's news to me. There it is right there. Because not paying attention. As far as the secondary goes, we won't really worry about that right now. I'll keep that on to get some levels. So, when it comes to Captain Vor, at the first place that you fight him in the game on Mercury, when you are a newer player, modding is going to be quite important to note, because you're going to get him done a lot quicker. So on the screen you'll see that he has Clone Flesh, a Shield, and Alloy Armor. Now, as far as Clone Flesh goes, so you're going to be dealing with his Flesh and Alloy Armor at the same time. So we're not going to worry about his Clone Flesh, we're just going to worry about his Shield and his Alloy Armor. So I would recommend that you spec towards the Alloy Armor part of things. So radiation damage is going to be your best bet. Although it will do 25% less damage against his Shield, it will do 75% more against his Alloy Armor. But if you can't do that, another good option is just to go for cold damage, because cold will do 50% more damage to his shield and 25% against his alloy armor. A quick note, if you are using the wiki and looking at these stats, the single plus is 25%, 2 pluses is 50%, and 3 pluses is 75%. It works for the negatives as well. 1 minus is 25%. 2 minuses is 50 and 3 is 75% less damage. If there is an element that's not listed at all, it means it does standard damage. So what we will do, that is a noise that I did not want to hear my phone make. We will kind of go based around having cold damage. Okay, so obviously I could just chuck on my max Serration and a max Cryo rounds. But I don't really feel like you're going to necessarily have that as a newer player. So I could probably just get rid of these guys. We'll go for Serration. We'll see if we've got another cold mod here that we can chuck on. We do, we have a Cryo rounds. And I mean, you're probably not going to have anything much better than that. You might have say a point strike on. So what we'll do is we'll go and upgrade these. We'll chuck say 4 into, say 5 into Serration. That's probably something that most players would be able to do. Cryo rounds, we do actually need to back out and check how many points we still have. We have 12. Okay, so I'm not going to go a full build. So we'll go 4 more into this. Actually, no, you could probably easily max out both of these, I would say, as a newer player, because it doesn't take that much in order to do it. So you would have this, and then you would have a point strike. Alright, you've got 2 points left over, which we're not really even going to worry about. And then on your Prisma Skarner, probably do the same. You probably do the same thing. We actually have some stuff on here already, so let's get rid of this, And we'll just chuck on a Northwind. That's not too bad, I suppose. I mean, if we were to get rid of this, you wouldn't have any points left. So we'll just keep it at that. I'm not going to go with a lower tier Swooping Falcon because they only have 3 upgrade points. So it's not going to be too hard. Okay, so this is what I would recommend taking as a newer player. As a more experienced player that is playing him on the Swordy, I'm not going to have to go through it too much because you understand how to mod. I would recommend taking in Radiation when he's level 100. And I'm sure you know what frames you should or should not take. Just keep in mind that you can keep him sort of stunned with Vorbin's, what is it called? Vorbin's Vortex. And for both players, new and old, just keep in mind that toxin damage doesn't actually bypass Captain Vor's shield, it just actually damages his shield. So as far as fighting Captain Vor goes, the first time that you come across him is going to be on Mercury, and it is going to be on Tolstoy. So it's level 8 to 10, there is an open squad in there, so we'll just go to friends only, and we will go to Tolstoy. While we're doing that, we will talk about the things that you can actually get off of Captain Vor. So he has the ability to drop mods such as Quick Draw, Slip Magazine, Vitality, Gunslinger, Heated Charge, and Intensify. On Mercury, he has a very, very small chance of dropping the Kronos blueprint, but apart from that, he will drop with pretty much a even chance the Seer, Blueprint, Barrel, and Receiver. He also has a chance of dropping Orokin Cells or the Vor Sigil. So here we are. When you're in these boss fights, pretty much all you need to do is just not worry about anything and just go straight to the end of the mission. So just run straight through. I am, however, going to use my dash. Don't worry about that. If you are a newer player, you will figure out what that is at a later date. I apologise if that was potentially a spoiler, but you know, things happen. You are watching YouTube videos on a game that you haven't finished playing, but I do apologise. Okay, so here we go, we're at the Vor fight. So you just skip that cinematic. The game will, for some reason, decide to turn you 180 degrees, and then we're just going to get up here and we're going to attack him until he takes a load of damage and then uses his teleport and a shield. So at this point you just want to take out the ads. Now it might take you a little bit longer to get this done, but you know, we will chuck this mine down as well, so just stay away from those mines and just keep damaging him until you get that same animation again where his health drops and he puts his shield up. Okay, you can, as Excalibur, just keep using your Radial Blind, and then he should be back again. We've just been knocked on our Butte again and again and again. So then just keep away from all the enemies, drop his health down, and there he is done right there. So we got polymer bundles off of him, some credits, and we got a mod which I don't think popped up on my screen. Maybe I just didn't notice while we were talking. But yeah, then you're just going to go to the exit. We'll find out what we got, and then based off of what you got, because I am assuming that we will probably have a Seer part. We're going this way. And that way. Thank you, marker. Okay, so there it is. That's the first down. Now I did maybe have stuff a little bit better than what you have. So we got the Seer Blueprint and we got Slip Magazine. We also got Polymer and Detonite Ampules, which I assume would have been off of him. So, you know, he has a chance to drop, when all these bosses have a chance to drop Orokin Cells, but if they don't drop Orokin Cells, more than likely they will drop a rare resource that is available on that planet. So even if Orokin Cells aren't available on that planet, he still has a 2%, 2.5% chance of dropping that part. Slip Magazine obviously has a much higher chance than other mods. Quick Draw, Slip Magazine, and Vitality have a 25% chance to drop. Gunslinger and Heated Charge have an 11% chance to drop, and Intensify is only a 2% chance. So that is how you take care of him, and then you go back again a couple of times, try to get your seer parts. As far as late game, you guys are going to be playing whatever frame you feel like. If I was going to go and fight him at the end game, I would probably actually take in Harrow, just because I really love playing Harrow. But anything is really going to do. As far as weapons go, you know, I would take something like the Heck or the Tigress Prime, Soma Prime. Sort of anything is going to do. You're going to know what weapons to use, but I would go in with a Radiation Tigress Prime myself, and I would take my beautiful Rondo in because I just love using it. So that, guys, is Captain Vor. That is him on Mercury. Anyway, we will be talking about Captain Vor again when it comes to his appearance on Ceres with Lieutenant Lek Krill. We'll also be talking about his appearance as Corrupted Vor in the Void at a later date. So I hope this video has helped you in some way, shape or form. If it has, please smash the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Or if you have any questions whatsoever to make things a little bit simpler for you to understand, feel free to leave them in the down there. And subscribe if you're not already, guys. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I love your face, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.